Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your website onto the first page of Google search results, so that way you can get all the search volume and all the calls coming directly into your business. So for comparison, what I've done is just taken the top search results, the top companies in this search result, as well as your own, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds on your site when it crawls it, and then it rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So just briefly, so you can take a look, you can see why these websites are ranking on top of yours. Let me go into a little bit of detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve them. So when Google is trying to determine how to rank a website and in what order on the list, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust it has in your site, which is basically a popularity contest. Now this authority is gained when domains or websites refer back to yours and then they create a link. Now, just to define these quickly, if the local news station did an article on their website saying the top 10 best cleaning companies in the Port Richey area, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, there's a lot of different types of domains or websites that can link back to yours, any kind of blog or posting sites, press releases, maybe manufacturers or companies that you work with. However, one very important one is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. These directories are usually always free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. So if we take a look here, you can see that Google is obviously trusting these companies a lot more than yours due to the amount of other websites that are referring and linking back to them. But there's something to just be aware of here is it's not just a matter of the quantity of these links, it's also the quality. Some links are more spammy than others, so we need to be going after websites that are highly authoritative and then they have trust in the eyes of Google so they can refer that trust to you through the backlink. However, they also need to be relevant to your service industry. Now, as you can see here, this company actually has less authority or less trust built in, but they're optimized in other ways, which leads me to my second factor. The keywords or the content on the page also comes into play as to how to rank a website. So if we take a look in here at your keywords, these are all the words and phrases that are being typed into Google search that Google is finding on your website or associated with your website, and then the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. Now, this is where we do some research to find all the highest volume keywords and make sure that those are being included on your site if they are services that you offer and areas that you offer them in. So just as an example, if we take, let's see, carpet cleaners in Newport Richey, Florida, that's being searched 50 times a month. If you are on the first page of Google search, 50 people a month will be seeing your website when they search this. We're usually pretty conservative, and Google Analytics say that about 10% of those that actually search of that volume will become a lead for your business. That's a potential of 5 new customers every month just off of having this one keyword. Now, obviously, the profit margin varies by different jobs, but you can see just how the volume that can add up to some revenue at the end of the month and the end of the year, and that's just off one keyword. We repeat that same process for all the high volume keywords, as well as doing a little bit of research to see what your competitors have on their website and what keywords they're ranking for as well to make sure that those will be included on your site. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these words. So if we take a look at your site, as far as the layout, everything looks pretty good. All the information that customers can want is right up top. What I would suggest though is having this as what we call a call to action. You want to have this clickable. Most people are actually surfing in mobile format now, so you want this to be a one click where they can just push on it on the screen and it'll instantly bring that phone number up into their phone so they can start calling. Also, it's recommended to have these form submits higher up so they're on the top of the page as well. So same thing, as soon as the web page loads, there's an ability where somebody can just enter in their information right away to get in touch with you. As far as Google is concerned, however, being a computer, the first thing it's going to do is just come in and count all the words and text on the page. Now, it's usually looking for a minimum of about 1,500 words on a home page because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and then the more likely it is to recommend you. Now, while it's counting the words, it's also searching for those keywords, the services that you offer, and then the areas that you offer it in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play, because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services you want to offer, or the more locations you want to be found for those keywords, the more content that needs to be added to the page. And that's probably why you're not coming up for nearly as much content as some of the other ones, and why also some of these other companies that have less authority are actually outranking you. They just have more on-page for content, so Google assumes that they're more trustworthy and more relevant to the search field. Now, when looking at the search, the first thing that's going to come up is the map pack. I did notice that you did have a Google profile. It was just pretty far down here. So there are ways to optimize this when you're filling out all the information, making sure we've got all the proper services you offer, your area of operation, even the hours that you operate in. The description for the business, it allows you about 750 characters. We want to be putting some keywords in there. And then also we want to be adding photos that are geolocated and tagged within your service area and uploading those as well as posts onto your Google profile on a regular basis, collecting all those reviews. And then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anyone else on this list. Now underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list that it's going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outright the competition. Then once you are ranking at the top, you can get all that traffic and all that search volume coming directly to your business every month. So I hope this information was helpful and it allows you to scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go into any further details. We could talk about some of your goals as a business and discuss exactly how you could go about getting there. So please feel free to reach out, and I appreciate your time.